I've been going on a dinner date with a boy called David. David lives approximately 3 streets away from me, and I matched with him on goodtastegoodlovers.com. And we decided that for the first date I would go around his house. Now, don't get me wrong, I was a bit dubious at first. But I said to my taxi driver, although I could have walked there, got a taxi driver, it was a very smart move from me, Mildred. Because I knew within the first 2 minutes, if I didn't feel safe, the taxi driver waited for me. But fortunately, David was very welcoming. And he bought me this teddy bear. He said, I know it's only the first date, but you've been single for so long. And then he started laughing. He started laughing at my misfortune on the search for my soulmate. And he said, you look like you could do with something to cuddle. At this point, I thought he was going to make me feel very uncomfortable and give me a cuddle. You know, when you don't know someone yet, and they get too up close and personal. And I was thinking, David, I'm not ready for this step. This is date 3 step, not date 1. But he pulled out this cute little teddy bear that I've called Mini Dave. Although I should have thought a bit more tactical about that, because I don't know if I'll be seeing David again. Because he cooked my dinner. We had a very nice steak and we had some sweet potato fries. And he asked me a lot of questions at the dinner table, but he was also asking some inappropriate questions like how many partners I have had and other things I shouldn't wish to disclose. So I felt a bit uncomfortable, but he was attractive. He was more attractive when he was sat near the candles. He lit some candles for the dinner. But sometimes he would go at the kitchen and I would catch him from the side angle and it didn't look like my soulmate at all. And he said he was watching the match later on. He said, I don't want to cut this date short, which was obviously a lie because he knew the football was going to be on. So he said, I'm going round the corner. We've got a pub round the corner. I'm going to watch the football with my friends. I said, well, that's nice. At least you're full up and you've had a nice time. And he just sort of smiled at me and nodded along. And then after a glass, he gave me a glass of Prosecco. I've never had Prosecco before. I got very excited after my glass of Prosecco. And I said, thank you for a lovely evening. I'll take little David. You enjoy the football. And he gave me a peck on the cheek. And I thought, well, I'm not going to give you a kiss on the lips if you're only giving me a peck on the cheek, David. It gives me a few mixed signals about where you stand with me. So I ordered my taxi because I thought I didn't want him to know that I lived so close, and I got a taxi there, so I got a taxi back. And I left my purse and my key in David's house. And when I ordered my taxi, David went to the pub with his friends. So I got the taxi driver to help me with his wheelie bin. We got his wheelie bin and we stood it up to his bedroom window. And then I said, Mr. Taxi Driver, you're going to have to give me a hand because the money I've got to pay you is in there. Can you lift me up? So he lifted me up and I climbed through the window. And I managed to get my key in my purse. But on the way back out, I got my underwear trapped on the window hook and I was just hanging there for about 30 seconds until I said, Mr. Taxi Driver, can you help me? He obviously felt a bit awkward because it was on my bra strap, but at the end of the day, I could have been hanging there all afternoon and that bra could have turned into a noose. But luckily it never. Luckily it saved me. And David has been in contact to say, what you up to, babe? So I'm going to respond to him later.